Playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap. As it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Miami Dolphins.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
It's the first of 6 games here on Super Wild Card Weekend, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. He'll get this to about the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. This quick pass complete to Sutton. And Sutton will have a Broncos first down as he's up to the 47. He had over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of this wild card game.
10 at the 47-yard line.
To throw is Nix. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
19 yards. First down, Broncos.
Joe. Hold on a second. Ready.
Throwing Nix. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Bombers. Ready. Right here. Away.
Now it's Nix. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. He got 29 yards that time. Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here 1st and goal. Nick's going to keep this himself. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Here's Nix. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Broncos will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
The kick is good.
Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. The drive starts with a run by Collins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Ready. All right, go ahead. Go, go, go. Ready. Push. Hey, pull. Ready, set.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. The completion to Ritter. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Solo left Zion.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Collins trying up the middle. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
47-yard line. A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
Hey, 21 TA.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
Hey, out.
Now Tua. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Santos. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Go ahead. Out.
Again, left side to Collins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll try and run forward with Collins. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Turbo 3,
21-yard line.
Tua, fast pass outside complete. And head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
On 1st and goal, Collins. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Noah Fant from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Kill!
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this 1st quarter of play. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Bombers.
To throw, here's Nix. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
And the Broncos
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
17 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Hold on a sec. Captain.
And it's caught. And the Broncos are to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Oh, nice job there, putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Bo Nix, a touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Broncos take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
And now it's blocked. And the Dolphins have it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on him, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
On the give, this is Collins running left. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
What a key! What's it? Turbo 1! Hey, read our key! Read our key! Set.
On 3rd down, this is Collins.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready. Ready, team!
Here's a 1st down run with Collins. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Go ahead. Out! 21G! Hey, that's your man! That's your man! Ready.
From midfield, here's Tua. That's a screen pass. That's complete.
On the move past the 40.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the 1st down.
But that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space, the big guys leading the way.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
From the 21, here's the 2nd and 8.
What a team!
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Second down and 8.
Go ahead. Ready, team. Hey,
Number 2 is going to change things up.
Out.
And again, it's Collins. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Turbo 1, hard. Out.
Tua sets up to pass it. And he is caught. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a first and goal.
Right.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Broncos 13. Jason Sanders to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Oh, good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Nix to the air. And this will be incomplete.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Oh my God.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Broncos first down.
Kill. Oh my God.
Gain on the play. First down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming out.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
This is 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Nix. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Josh Jacobs, 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word, if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
The score, Broncos 19, Dolphins 14.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
2nd and 16.
Ready. Ready, team. Come on,
Now Tua going to change the play.
Solo left Zion. So 21G.
Looks like they'll move things around here.
Here's Tua. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
Throwing to start the drive. Nix. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this one is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Ready. Get on.
Now Collins. Past the 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 95 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They go again with Collins. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal.
They're right here. Running team. Out.
Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing third and goal.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. Going right back to Fant. Touchdown Dolphins. Noah Fant, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for 2.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Come on, 2.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Out.
They're going to keep it on the ground. In the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it will stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Captain.
On first down, back to Harvey.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Nix.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Working out of the gun is Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. Boy, a dangerous throw there. Fortunate for him, it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
And that is taken in by Njoku. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. David Njoku. 28 yards.
And the Broncos have retaken a third quarter lead.
And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point
They'll
conversion.
bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Broncos 25, Dolphins 20.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're very motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Now Tua signaling to change things up.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Drift. Solo left Zion.
Tua going to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
No sign of Tua departing. 4th down. They're going for it.
They're right here. 18. Hey, turn about 2. Turn about 2. Turn about 2. Go, go. Out.
On 4th down, it's Collins. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
18. Come on, 2.
The run here with Rico Dowdle.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. We'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Yeah, watch the back on this play. Watch the back on this play. 44. Ready. Out.
They run again with Dowdle.
And he stopped immediately there.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. That's one where you probably give the ball carrier a bit of a mulligan, right? Where was he going to go there?
Yeah, you could almost see his brain turning over from our perspective. Just put your foot in the ground and go, except there was no place to put his foot in the ground, and there was no place to go. No room to roam.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On the run, it's Dowdle.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Rico Dowdle.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
The two are going to try and throw for it.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Throwing, Nix. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
So pick up of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 49-yard line.
Captain. Hold on a second. Go. Ready. Olay.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 4.
Hold on a second.
Bryant has it.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
Here's Nix. He'll try to pick it up himself.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Captain. Show.
Open man is Bryant. He's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Nix from the shotgun.
Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
To throw is Nix.
He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. Nick's going to keep this himself. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for two. And now the lead stays at 5.
Dolphins 26.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
First down.
So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
They run here with Dowdle. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second and 6.
Ready.
Play action, now it's Tua. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down.
10 yards there to start the drive and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
And in a situation like this, you're in the 2nd half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up the 1st down.
To throw, here's Nix. That's to the left side, taken in by Bryant.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs. These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if we're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the first down. And that might not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they should be able to run it down from here.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Broncos first down.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Nick's going to give to Harvey.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Bombers. Captain.
Now it's Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Ready. All right, go ahead, go. Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot there, maybe 3 yards on 1st down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Now Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Tua.
He finds Riddick complete. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
One final try for Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.